Hello, everybody, and welcome to Champs Drink Champs.
Hello, we have a third guest here today. We're just going to talk about the giant elephant in the room. I know I have this giant zit. I can't ignore it like I wanted to. So, yes, you guys, I know it's very cute.
I have a baby one, but it's not like yours, but I feel you. Those are stressful and they're so sad when you have them. So
No amount of makeup will cover it up. Like it makes it worse having
I
makeup on
hate
it.
when that happens too, because then it's like you're just trying and then it just looks like this weird glob of stuff and it's so bad.
Yeah, I felt very self-conscious all day about it, but it's just part of being a human. So
I mean, yeah. Did you already have it? And like when you got your facial, she like picked at it or
yeah, so I'm honestly very blessed. I'm not meaning this to be like an asshole. I've never had acne and I'm very truly thankful for that. And so I'll get like occasional breakouts, but it's nothing bad and it's always around my period. I've never had one this deep before and I felt it growing on Tuesday and I was like, this is like a really deep guy. So I went and I got a facial yesterday and she squoze out, like she extracted so much pus from inside of it. And she's like, it should start going away, but it might like get worse before it gets better. And I was like, okay, like I'm not that worried about it. And she like did a little baby chemical peel on it because it was like deep and big. And I woke up this morning and I was like, what? It was like bright red and so swollen, like it was just not good. And so it's a mess.
I mean, I think it's fine. It's not that bad. And also, at least you have like your hair and makeup done, because I look fabulous and I have already broke two of my nails. I don't know if people can see it. And now like they're my Thanksgiving nails and I don't know what to do, because it's like Thanksgiving's next week. We're leaving town. Do I get them done? Do I just fucking go with it? Like, I hate when this happens. And then I'm in this weird predicament of like, am I bougie enough to go pay and have them redone? Or am I accepting that this is who they are?
You need to get this Gel X stuff. It never ever chips.
I don't understand how to do it. And that's so stressful to me. And I just can't.
You have to go to like a salon or a person. It's called Luminex. And it literally is like a hard gel that they put on and then the shellac over top of it. And it never, I have, knock on wood, never had a nail break or chip or anything since I've been using it.
I just really enjoy Kim at Trangly Nails. Like, I just really enjoy my quick, easy situation.
Oh, maybe they do dip nails there. My sister does dip nails and hers never chip either.
They do dip. I don't like dip. I've tried it. Part of the problem is like I have really like frail nails and I always have. It's like a weird thing that me and my grandma for sure have. But like the dumbest things will happen. Like I'll be opening a drawer and my nail will bend. Like my nails just bend very easy. Like she even puts like extra coats on of like the base because she knows, and like we've gotten it down pretty well. But I also am wondering, because Crystal got this color before the wedding and it was supposed to be like her wedding nails
chipped
and hers like chipped like crazy. So I'm wondering if this color is part of that. But either way, I'm in this weird predicament. I don't really know what to do. I don't even, Henley just got her Hufflepuff skirt and she tried it on. It's cute.
Cute. We're going to Universal Studios the day after Thanksgiving. And did we mention this last episode? That we're all dressing up? Very excited.
Yeah. Henley was not going to wear a skirt and just a t-shirt, but someone named Miss Macaroni got her excited to have a skirt. So now I had to order a skirt and socks on top of paying a fucking fortune for these tickets. So I'm like, Jesus Christ, like this was a bad decision. And I need to stop going to Universal during like peak season or like days. Every time I go, it's either Thanksgiving. This will be the second time I've gone at Thanksgiving. And then the other time I went over like spring break in Florida, and the prices are out of fucking control. And like, I have to stop. Like, I can't keep going on these like days because it's so expensive. But also I just saw they're opening a Super Nintendo World next year at Universal.
Ooh,
and I need a fucking annual pass. Like, that sounds so fun.
Yeah. Did you know though that since we're going, they're going to have their Christmas stuff up and they're having an entire Whoville?
Yes, I did.
That's very exciting.
I am very excited for that, but yeah. Don't know how we got on that topic, but Henley skirt, but yeah.
Maybe it's also your anemia too that makes your nails thin.
When I do take my vitamins, it helps. I have stopped taking vitamins. I have a whole fuck ton in my pantry, but I'm not taking them. It got like, I don't know, pills just like make me
Gaggy.
like
Yeah.
they make me want to throw up just the thought of them. And I was so consistent and it was fine. But then I hit a point where I was like, every time I went to take them, I wanted to just throw up because they're so
Many.
yeah, it was like 6 of them and it was annoying and I have to take 2 at a time. And it was just like preparing myself. And so then I just stopped,
I mean, that's valid.
but whatever. Okay. Pop culture. I got some shit. Candace Cameron Burr.
Oh yeah.
Is that
yeah,
her
yeah.
last name? DJ
Mhm.
Tanner lady. So some of you have probably seen that she's getting a bunch of shit on social media right now, especially by JoJo Siwa's mom, who I still think is Honey Boo Boo's mom. Like maybe Honey Boo Boo's mom did the Illuminati thing that Aaron Carter did. No fucking clue.
Hey, that bitch is addicted to crack cocaine. She is like
Is
a
she?
disaster. Me and my sisters, I cannot even believe I'm admitting this. We are obsessed with Honey Boo Boo. Like, we watched it on TLC. Like, we still to this day quote it all the time. Like, we know the haps with Honey Boo Boo. And Mama June is straight up a coke head. She's not good.
Yeesh, that's really intense. Well, anyways, Candace Cameron, whatever her last name is, she said something about how like she's leaving the Hallmark Channel. She's going to some Christ network, basically, where traditional family marriages are all that's going to be on there because this year on Hallmark, there's their first gay couple movie for the Christmas movies, and she's not cool with it. And so she left. And this is like the second comment she's made that's like caused her to get like in the media. So everyone's all pissed off and like, I can see that that's like really fucking annoying. Like I get it. I think JoJo's actually been a bit more mature than her mom.
For sure.
Because her
For
mom
sure.
straight up just said, you fucking bitch, which I think is so aggressive.
Mhm.
But I saw Justin Anderson's take on it. And if you guys don't follow Justin Anderson, I highly recommend. And I align actually pretty, because like I was thinking about it, because I was actually doing a Peloton walk earlier today, and Maddie Giacomo.
I love his walk and talks. They're so
Yes,
fun.
that was the first one I did. I didn't know
love
about
them. I do them at least. I try to do them once a week, like on the
Yeah.
days that he posts them.
So he brought it up and I was thinking, I was like, I wonder what my take is on this. Like, I haven't actually thought about it. And then I started thinking about it and I was like, maybe that makes me an asshole. But then later I saw Justin Anderson's take and I was like, okay, cool. I want to actually break this down. So I want to know your thoughts before I share mine.
Honestly, I think just in general, she's kind of an asshole. Cameron, Candace, whatever her name is. I think she's just kind of an asshole. And I get the religious view on it. I don't agree with it. I'm all for gay rights. Like I'm actually like kind of excited for Christmas this year. I'm going to start watching Hallmark movies. I'll watch the gay couple movie. Like it does not faze me whatsoever to see a gay couple. I think just the way that she went about it was just an asshole. I think she's just kind of an asshole. So, I mean, do what you want. Everybody's entitled to their own beliefs, but don't be an asshole about it. And I just feel like she was like, oh my God, they're showing a gay couple. Like, I'm out. Like, at least explain why you're leaving and explain why you don't agree with it. Which I don't know why you wouldn't agree with it, but I don't know. I think she's just dumb in general.
I actually like looked into a little bit more like what she actually has said and done. And the media has definitely spun it a little bit more aggressively. And I think she was pretty calm about just being like, this is why I'm leaving and this is where I'm going. And I think because of the why and where, it's made people very upset and like the media spins a lot of stuff.
Mhm.
But Justin and like I kind of aligned pretty closely with you. But Justin Anderson was basically saying like, I think it's like everyone's entitled to their own beliefs, which I fully agree to. And because I kept thinking, and I was like, I get that it's like frustrating and it's like annoying, but then like seeing how JoJo Siwa's mom was about it, I was just kind of like, I get that you like want to stand up for your child who's like now come out, but also like this is a religious belief for her, and everyone has different religious beliefs that teach them and tell them like this is what I believe in and what I don't believe in. And if it didn't align with her, I can see why she's like, okay, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to go over here, and this is why. I think because she expanded on the why, that's what's made people pissed off. And like, do I agree with it? Like, I don't know. I don't have to agree with her. I agree with her doing something that she wants to do for her religious belief. I don't agree with like the way people are freaking out about it. And that's why it's
Yeah.
like, I hate when like these things come up, because it's like I feel like it seems like I'm standing up for someone that's doing something that like I actually don't fully believe in. But it's not even that I don't believe, like I just don't agree with the chaos around it, because everyone gets to like have their own thoughts and opinions and like beliefs, and this is her belief system. And like I can't not respect that she's doing something with her belief system, you know? And that's kind of what Justin was saying too, of like, I just know who she is as a person and where she stands, and like I don't have to be her friend,
Yeah.
but like she's entitled to that. And I
But
was
like,
kind of like,
why even have to expand on the why then? Like, you know how much culture counts, like cancel culture is such a big thing right now and how sensitive people are. Why even expand on it? Like, she knew she would get backlash. Why not
yeah,
just be like, I got this other opportunity at this Christian TV thing, like,
yeah.
and I wanted to move there instead of Hallmark. Why did she even have to expand on
I
it?
think that it's because she's a little bit of a Karen like that. And so like that's when it comes to that point where it's like the people in their religious beliefs that have to like put those digs in, like those subtle digs, those are the things that I don't agree with, because then that creates this stuff. And so I can appreciate that she's doing something that she believes in. I can't appreciate the fact that she put her little subtle thing in there, and then it's caused all this backlash and then like controversy. Like it's not healthy tension at this point. It's like you did that because you wanted to prove your point.
Yeah.
And that's when it's like frustrating. But
Yeah.
I think she's like pretty weird anyways, and I didn't enjoy her on Hallmark movies, so I'm okay with it.
I can honestly say I've never seen a Hallmark movie. I've seen Lifetime movies, but never Hallmark. So I have no opinion on how she is in Hallmark movies, but I did love her in Full House. I'm a big fan of Full House. Fuller House sucked. So, and on TikTok, she is obnoxious and rude and stuck up and thinks she's better than everybody. So, I mean, I'm not shocked by her actions.
She gives me very strong Mormon bitch vibes.
She really does. I just in general think she's not a good person. So
Because I brought it up already, I did want to talk about my Peloton treadmill, because I did a walk today when I didn't want to work out. And it was, like I said, a Matty Majakimo walk, which like I didn't know he did these like pop walks of like, I don't know, he just talks about stuff. I don't know what he's calling them. They're super cool.
they're called walk and talks.
Walk and talk. I
Mhm.
totally loved it. I had like a pretty, like it wasn't like having an intense workout, but like I definitely had a workout and I enjoyed that. But it just made me think like, God damn, this Peloton tread is so amazing. And I don't give it enough appreciation. I use it all the time, but like I'm not appreciating it very often. And so I wanted to make sure I spoke out loud how much I fucking love it. But then I also wanted to remind you guys that the Peloton app, like you don't have to have the equipment that they have or like we talk about all the time. They have an app and it's like $12 a month. And if you have a gym or you want to do them at home, like their content is truly so inspiring, and it's like an open environment. It's any type of working out you could want for anything. There's yoga, there's Pilates, there's boxing, there's meditation, walking, walk runs, like so many different things. And I don't know. I just feel like people are kind of missing out on like how open their environment is and how their content is just so inviting and inspiring. Like anytime I do any type of workout, like I have this little light bulb moment or a peaceful moment or like a breakthrough type feeling moment where I'm just like, God, this is like an under like appreciated platform. And I just wanted to remind everyone to check it out.
Yeah, I totally agree. So I've actually been going to the gym in the mornings, which is super exciting for me. I go twice, 2 mornings on Mondays and Fridays before I teach yoga at the ketamine clinic because there's a gym in my office. And I literally just use my cell phone and do like weights workouts on those days. Those are like my weight days. And it is truly a little treat. It is so fun. The playlists are great. All the instructors are funny. They're always inspirational. Like it really is the shit.
It really is. And I know we talk about health and fitness all the time, but like, just try it. Just try it one time and then tell me I'm crazy or be like, I get it. Either one. I just want to know about it.
And I'm so, while we're still on Peloton, I'm so excited to do Cody's LOL ride with JC Chazet and hear all the shit he talks about Justin Timberlake. So excited to do that ride.
I just sent you a video on Instagram before we recorded where he's interviewing him and asking him about like name the NSYNC song. And he's like, if I didn't sing the line, like I'm not going to know the song.
If you guys, okay, so Cody Rigsby's our favorite. Well, I don't know if he's still your favorite, but he's my favorite spin instructor. He's obsessed with JC and absolutely hates Justin Timberlake. And I don't even know why he continues to put Justin Timberlake songs on his playlist.
Me either.
I think just so he can shit talk him because the stuff he says is so freaking funny. It truly just, I just can't wait to do that ride.
It is pretty funny. In other exciting news, I have officially started to understand TikTok, you guys. And I don't know what it was. I truly think it was the lack of mental capacity I had because of my last job and all the fucking bullshit in my life that I could not, like, I would open the app and I would just be like, what the fuck is this? I don't even understand anything. I don't know what is happening. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't understand these videos. Like I literally, and I would just like get off of it. But now I get it. And I'm like totally into TikTok all of a sudden. And Taylor finally changed her TikTok name, which was like literally the most frustrating thing in my life because the fact that I had to message her in a text message, a video was so inefficient and frustrating because I couldn't find user 163005 Like
you are so dramatic. If you've already sent me a video on there one time, you just go back into the messages and send it again, like send a new video.
No, because when I'm going, there's like all these other dumbass people. I don't even know who they are. I can't even bully them right now because they don't have a profile picture. And then there's another like 5 other people that are like user 5232. So if I don't remember like the first 4 digits of your stupid fucking username, I didn't know it was you. And then I'm like, this person who I don't even know is gonna be like, why'd you send me this fucking video?
Well, now it's Miss Macaroni on TikTok. And what did you think of that ASMR eating video I sent you?
That was what I was going to bring up next so I'm very pleased that you have officially updated your thing, but you sent me some whack ass fucking shit. You sent me one just before we got on here and I almost responded and said, why are you sending me such stupid shit on fucking TikTok? Like if this is our TikTok relationship, I don't want to be part of it because you sent me some.
He almost shit his pants and started.
Yeah, like what? No, you sent me 2 TikToks at this point. You sent me one last night, very late at night, of some gross ass weird ASMR shit going out of this girl's mouth or something that looked like a dick. And I was so grossed out and uncomfortable. And then you sent me another one today of this like person running home and taking a shit and like being stressed. And I'm like, this is not the vulgar type of shit I came to TikTok for. Like, what are we doing? I don't appreciate it.
In case you forgot, my humor is a 12-year-old boy, and I thought that TikTok was so funny.
But like, okay, here's the thing. I have humor in other areas too. And when I think something's really funny, I still have to sit and analyze and think, would Taylor find this funny before I send it to you? And then I'm like,
I'll probably think it's funny.
This one might not be for her, but it would be for someone else. And so that's when I send those to those other people and not you, because I don't know if you'll fully get it. So please don't send me that weird dick sucking ASMR. And please don't send me that video of someone having poop on the toilet.
I just really want you to like ASMR.
I don't. I will never. It's disgusting. And
Those
that was
videos are
so
so
creepy.
calming to me.
It looked like she had an alien dildo coming out of her like mouth. Like what?
I'm
And
gonna
it was
post
so
this.
late at night. I was so creeped. I was like, what is this pervert situation you're doing?
It was not late at night. It was like 9:30.
And then I also, because it was so late and pervy, that I was like, wait, is she filming this? And she sent it to me.
I'm posting this on the freaking Instagram story on the podcast to see what our listeners think. Truly, I think that those sounds, I watch those videos all the time before going to bed. They're just like, you guys, all it shows is like lips and teeth eating like gummy candies, like just the chewing sounds. And I think it's very relaxing.
It was her literally sliding some big long thing in and out of her mouth.
It was like a gummy thing.
Yeah, like a gummy dildo. It
I'm
was,
posting it.
I was,
Also, her daughter Henley and I are the same person, and Henley enjoys ASMR as well.
yeah, I am very bothered by both of you. And I just want to update our TikTok DM policy that please reconsider and think, shall we actually laugh at this? Or is this me being weird?
Sometimes I just like to send people shit off of TikTok to have them be like, what the hell? Why did you just send this to me?
I mean, that's fair. I did send you that one of that teeth cleaning thing, and that one was fucked up.
Mhm.
So
yeah,
payback.
when I send you those weird ones, it's kind of just to like keep you on your toes. Like you never know what you'll get when you open it, you know?
That's fair. Wow. Yeah, that was that was funny. It made my face red. I was sweating. Also, I think I'm getting like really hot and bothered because this red wine is really, really intense, and I didn't think it was gonna be that intense.
Do you
And
remember that one New Year's we drank that red wine and it made us feel like we were stoned?
yeah, that's a good feeling. We should find that.
That was
It's
weird.
anytime I actually drink a cab sav, then yes, I feel that way because they're very dark and intense. This one is just like, God, I don't even know. Honestly, if it wasn't, Wally brought it for me, and it's a very beautiful bottle. It's a very intense bottle. I'm sure he like spent a decent amount of money on it. If I didn't know that, I would probably not drink it
Oh, really?
because it's like fucking heavy. Like I need to fucking snack with it to like counterbalance the intensity. Like I need to fucking, I don't even know. I don't know what would counterbalance it.
Maybe a gummy. The
But
gummies.
no,
The
it
ASMR
was,
gummies.
it's making me like hot, and like my ears feel hot too.
I actually have
did-
some pop culture news that I would like to speak about.
I did also take Alka-Seltzer before, and that might be why, because I forgot that I took
Why did you
that.
take Alka-Seltzer?
I kept like sneezing and having a runny nose, and like, you know how I like my Alka-Seltzer and
Yeah,
wine.
you love Alka-Seltzer. Nasty. Have you seen all this Taylor Swift drama that is happening?
Is it the drama about Ticketmaster?
Yes.
I have seen a little bit, and the only thing I have to say about it is I can't with freaking concert ticket like sources, whatever, the people that sell the tickets, because their service fees are so fucking expensive, and tickets
Mhm.
are so expensive now, and I'm just bothered by that.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I love concerts so much, but trying to get concert tickets is such a pain in the ass. I think this whole Taylor Swift debacle is hilarious because people are losing their shit
What
and posting
happened?
it all over TikTok. So basically, long story short, a bunch of like her fans, like I don't know how they got the
The pre-sale.
code, but the pre-sale tickets went on sale earlier this week, and people were waiting 6 to 7 hours in the queue on the computer to get tickets. Ticketmaster crashed because they couldn't handle that many people. And then today, well, the general public was supposed to go on sale tomorrow. Ticketmaster canceled it. Like they're not releasing tickets to the general public, and people are losing their mind on TikTok. And I like Taylor Swift's music. I'm a closeted Taylor Swift fan because honestly, Taylor Swift drives me absolutely insane, but her music
Same.
slaps. I can't stand her as a person though. And her fans are worse than her little Swifties. They are so immature and so annoying. If you are a Swiftie, please
Fuck
stop
you.
acting like that. I
Wait,
can't. It's
time
very
out. I literally just listened to probably a podcast today with Shannon Ford, who she also like closet Taylor Swift fan. She was talking about Swifties and they were like blowing her up in her DMs
Mhm.
about all these things. And like she has this like really funny like way of communicating how they talk because it sounds very accurate, but they're fucking mean and aggressive. And like
Yes,
she
they're
was saying
awful.
something, she said something oh, she spelled Swifty wrong. She spelled it Swifty, like saying like I'm a Swifty, and they fucking came for her in her DMs and they were like, that's an incorrect spelling. It's IE. And she was like, sorry, didn't realize that was a big deal. I don't think Taylor cares. I think she's
Mm-mm.
actually just happy to have fans. And they're like, no, Taylor is so intense about details and she wants all the details to be perfect and like acting like they fucking know her. And she's like going off on, she went off on a tangent on her podcast. And I was like, you know, I feel that because Swifties seem fucking
It's
rude and
so
aggressive.
true.
And
It's
like,
so true.
also, I think it's because she's that way. Like, I like her music, but I don't like
Mhm.
her. I think she's
Mm-mm.
actually like, her little mousy, stupid fucking vibe is disgusting and her little weird tree woodsy stuff. Don't fucking like it. I think she's weird. I would not be her friend, but I like her music. And the people that are following her are acting just like her, I think.
For real. I was just telling Tony like before we recorded because I just think it's so funny. Like people are being so dramatic and like I get it. There's been concerts before that I'm like I really have to go to this concert, like I really want to go, but like if I don't go my life's not going to end.
Yeah.
And her fans are like acting like if they don't get these stupid tickets. So I was just telling Tony, I was like, you want to know the funniest part is I actually think Taylor Swift as a person is kind of a jerk. And she has said nothing about this whole thing. Like she's been radio silent, has not said anything. And I was like, she doesn't give two shits that these fans have like dedicated their life to her. Like she does not care. But have
Does
you heard the
she?
conspiracy theory about her?
I didn't know there was one until this podcast this morning. She was like, yeah, I also like look into these conspiracies about her. But also, does she even post on social media? Because
Not really, no.
before you go into the conspiracy theory, I do have something to say about her music and her album. I fucking hated it when I first listened to it. I listened to it on
Her
our
new
way to
one?
you. Yes, I listened to it on the way to your house for the Halloween party. And Wally and I were like, everything sounds the exact same. Like, what the fuck? And now all of a sudden I like it. And so now I'm convinced that like something about her music, because I think everyone goes through this phase with her where like you start listening to a song, you're like, I hate it. And then you hear it like one or two more times and suddenly you fucking love it. So now I'm like, what is this weird trance that she has in her album music that's like making me suddenly like all these songs? Because I just heard another
Mm-hmm.
one today that I remember being like, this song fucking sucks. Like I
Mm-hmm.
skipped it and was like, that was the stupidest shit I've ever heard. And today I was like, oh my God, I love that song.
Mm-hmm. So I'm an OG Swifty. I actually got her first album, like the
That one
one
was good.
teardrops on my guitar. I actually still jam that album. It's
I
really
listened to
great.
it the other
I
day.
love that album. But she like nobody knew about Taylor Swift. Like I think I was probably one of the first people in the world who like was into Taylor Swift for
That's
real.
something a Swiftie would say.
No, but for real, I really do mean that. And then she's like changed so much. And there's this huge conspiracy theory about her. Um, the theory is she is the daughter of this man that back in I think it was the 70s that he opened up this huge Satanist church, like he worshiped Satan and all of this stuff. And literally you should Google it right now since we're talking about it. The daughter and Taylor Swift look exactly the same, and they were both singer songwriters. They both like have this weird fixation with snakes and like revenge type stuff. And so this lady died in 1989, which is like one of Taylor's biggest albums was 1989. And there's so many like similarities. It's very strange, but they literally look like the exact same person. And I will say I have fallen into that trance too. I think it was her Reputation album that I was like, this album sucks. I hate it. And now I'm like, it's actually pretty good. So there is some weird thing like with her. And I don't know what it is. It's very strange though.
I mean, I think this is what's so fucking crazy about life in the world.
I can barely hear you.
What? Can't hear me?
Is your microphone far away?
No, it's like literally right here.
Yeah, I can barely hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Well, I'm not going to talk like that. But this is what's so crazy to me. Dang it, I lost my phone. Fuck it. Anyways, this is what's crazy to me is that I can't understand like some of these conspiracies and the lookalike situations are really fucking creepy to me and it makes me very uncomfortable. But then I also like there's so many people around the world that suddenly I see them. I'm like, oh my God, that looks just like this person. Like Honey Boo Boo's mom and JoJo Siwa's mom. You
but
know,
did you
like
Google it? Do you see what that lady looks like?
yeah,
Identical.
I'm looking at it. And but also like sometimes I think these celebrities play into the conspiracy theories around them and because it gives them more fame and attention, you know? So it's like,
no, but like it is kind of weird that like and seeing Taylor Swift from the beginning to now, like she's good. Is she the best artist in the world? No, actually she's not. But why is she what hold does she have on these people, these Swifties that make them act so crazy? Like why is that a thing and why is she so big that she's going to crash Ticketmaster's site? Like that's kind of weird, you know?
I mean, she's mysterious and people love mysterious things and people and like because she's so quiet and like subtle about things, I think it makes people obsess over her more. And I honestly think a lot of the people became obsessed with her when she had her first albums. Like that's when her shit was good. And that's when she was more social and engaged. And they just, people need to get a life, honestly. But it is weird to me when people look like other people and like these weird conspiracies come out. So I don't think I ever believed them, but I am like, man, the world's fucking weird. And I've said the F word a lot. Sorry, Taylor's mom. I have a butthole attitude today, so I think that's why.
Yeah, I don't
Anyways,
know. This conspiracy theory is very interesting. The whole Taylor Swift thing is very interesting. If you're a Swiftie, sorry if I offended you, but stop acting like that. It's not cute. It's annoying. And you just kind of look weird. So stop acting like that, please.
I've just always hated that she looks like a fucking bunny rabbit. Like her face is so like bunny rabbit and it bothers me.
Yeah, I feel like her looks have changed a lot from like when she first. What didn't she get started on MySpace? She did, huh?
Dude, I was just saying this because I was listening to her freaking like first album, Teardrops on My Guitar, and freaking her hair, everything. Like little
Everything
baby
is
Taylor
different.
Swift looked so like different. And
Innocent.
now when I
Yeah.
see her, I'm like, oh, you're A, you grew up, but B, like your weird little pixie cut like Kristen Stewart vibes. Like I don't like them.
Yeah, it's very interesting how much she's changed. Would not be shocked if Illuminati was involved.
Yeah, I don't know. People, it is weird when people look like people. I agree. Do I believe it's a conspiracy? I can't put my brain there.
Lois, I need you to chime in. When you listen to this, text me, tell me your thoughts about Taylor Swift conspiracy.
I have a friendly reminder for everyone because when you hear this, it's going to be A, almost the holiday season, and B, almost Thanksgiving. But Maddie was talking about it on the treadmill walk that I did today. And I just want to put this out there because I've experienced this. If you cannot cook and you cannot host, do not fucking host anything. Don't cook anything for people. Stop putting people through these dumbass situations. And when he said that, it just really like I love that someone else said that because I've had to deal with that before in my life. And like if you can't cook, don't invite people over to your house. And if you can't host and you don't like hosting and you don't make like the ambiance like great and you don't go all out, then don't fucking invite anyone over. Invite your mom. Like,
It's true.
stop inviting your friends to your dumb shit and just don't do it.
And make sure if you do invite people over that you have drinks, non-alcoholic drinks, like at least water. Make sure
Yeah.
you have it.
Literally. So I just feel like that's important because the holidays are upon us and people are hanging out. People are hosting Friendsgivings. People are hosting their own Thanksgiving. Whatever you're doing, please stop having parties if you cannot cook and you cannot host. Por favor.
Thank you for coming to Shelby's TED Talk.
In other news though, some of you probably have seen on my social media that I'm going to start doing a monthly like wine networking socialing thing. And really it's mostly an excuse for people to just come to my house, or maybe we'll even meet up somewhere at like a restaurant and get a glass of wine or a bar. Like, I just want people to start having something to do once a month. I don't even care if just one person shows up. Like, come have a glass of wine, get to know some people, like have a break from life. I feel like that's what's been missing in my life is like no one is inviting me to hang out and no one is inviting me to do anything. And then I started thinking, well, fuck, if no one's going to do it, I'm going to do it. And if they want to come, great. If not, you're probably bored. So once a month, I'm going to do that. And I just want people to like have an environment where they can get out of the house and like do something and taste some wine because I'm very passionate about wine. And I probably will start in January because the holidays are just
So
much right now. Which I actually have a lot of, I'm going to talk about that after this. Once a month, come to my house, bring a bottle of wine, get a break, meet some people, sit on my couch. I don't even care. Do what you fucking want. But I'm going to start in January. It'll probably be, I'm thinking it's going to be like the second or third Wednesday of the month. And it will just be like always that situation. It's just like always going to be happening. And when I posted the thing, Wednesday was like the popular spot. And like also it's Wine Wednesday. So that's perfect. So everyone in the area, keep an eye out for that and start thinking about that come January. But back to what I
even
was
not in the
saying.
area because I'll be going down for it. So even if you live 2 hours away,
We
you
can
still come.
FaceTime you in when you can't make it.
I will make it.
But with that, I just mentioned like I get a lot of end of year anxiety and stress. Do you feel like you get that?
Honestly, not really. I get excited. I get more like I'm excited for the new year.
I was realizing like I've been feeling it over the last couple of days. I start to get, and I think that's why I have butthole attitude today. Like I get very overwhelmed and stressed like the second it gets towards like Thanksgiving and then suddenly Christmas. Like I get this weird like scarcity mindset of like, oh my God, do we have enough money for all of these things? Do I even have enough time to attend all of the different fucking events that we have? Like Henley has a million fucking things going on in December that I'm trying to figure out how we're going to do all of those. I have my own fucking life. I have school, like all of these different things. And then I start to panic and be like, A, do I have time? B, do we even have any money? Like I suddenly start to think like I have like literally $0 in my bank account, which is like literally not the case, but I do this every year, like every year. And Wally's always like, dude, we're fine. Like we will always be fine. So I've gotten better at it, but I started to creep up and I don't know, like I feel like that's a scarcity mindset. The money thing's like a weird scarcity, like stress. I think it's because the holidays are expensive. And then I start to like have this weird scarcity mindset. And then I have to like walk my way through like scarcity mindset will always bring scarcity life. So like don't start thinking that because then that's the kind of life you're going to have. And that's what kind of energy you're bringing in. So then I have to like walk back down the road of like, you're fine. You have money. You'll always figure it out. But I have to keep reminding myself of that. And then I have to start being like, okay, if you don't have time, like if you don't want to do it and you don't have time, fucking say no. Like you can't do all the things, which all of them I can't really say no to right now. And I think that's why it's stressful. Like one's like she has a school concert, another one's a hair appointment. Like I need to get my hair done. Then it's like she has dance, like all these dance events and all this weird shit. And so it's like I can't say no to those because they're her activities, but B, like I feel exhausted and stressed about them.
Yeah.
So I don't know if other people go through this, but I know I go through this like spiral at the end of the year every single year. And I do know that thinking negatively about like the money stuff, like you do have to think about it that way. Like a scarcity mindset brings a scarcity life. So like don't think about it that way. But like it's fucking hard and it's
It
so
is.
weird.
I do get the money aspect because I do get stressed about money. Both my family and Tony's family drew names this year, and that has been so helpful because having to buy gifts for every person, even though I love doing it, it was so much. Like, it was so much, and I was feeling like I wasn't getting good gifts because I had 20 gifts to buy. So I
Yeah.
totally get the money thing. It is. It's just a lot of expenses that you're not used to paying in 1 month. And it is a lot. But I don't get anxiety about like how full my calendar gets because I love having events. So I'm very excited that like I have Christmas parties and Friendsgivings and like all of this stuff to do. I'm very, very excited about that. I feel like my anxiety definitely sets in the end of January because I'm like, wait a second, like the holidays are over, there's nothing going on, like Tony's
Yeah.
birthday's in March and it's always so cold, so we can never like do anything super fun for his birthday. And it just is like, oh, like my anxiety definitely hits at the beginning of the year rather than the end.
Interesting. Yeah, I think an overly booked schedule starts to really mess with me. And I think it's because it takes away from like the excitement of the season for me. Like
Mm-hmm.
it becomes more of like all the different things I have to do rather than the things I want to do or get to do. And it sucks because it's like extracurriculars for kids, like they really do that to you. Like it kind of fucks with your life and it's super frustrating because it's like it takes away from the season and like Christmas is such an exciting season for me and I think because I can't celebrate it the way that like I would want to, it starts to like the stress and anxiety creeps in, but I need to just like push that away because it hasn't even happened yet. I need to just get it like written out on a calendar and then once I can see it, I think that will help, but
Mm-hmm.
it is just like really I don't know, it's like daunting and exhausting. And I feel like people should like stop saying yes to things that they don't want to do too. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I think any activity you sign up for is an extra cost, you know, like if you're
Mm-hmm.
stressed about the money thing, like don't do it unless you actually want to do it and you're accepting that that's going to cost me extra money in the Christmas season. So, like,
Mm-hmm.
that's a thing. But I don't know, man. I wish I could figure out how to like not get it. I think I'll probably get it every year, but I feel
Yeah.
like I'm like at least understanding why I'm getting it, and I think that helps.
Mm-hmm. I think it helps me too, is like I don't have kids. And I go to all Henley's things. I go to all my
Mhm.
nieces and nephew things, like, but I choose to go to those. It's not like I'm
Yeah.
forced to be there. Like if I really didn't want to go, I would be like, sorry, not feeling it. Like the fact that I get to choose that I want to go and I actually do really want to go because it's not like a have to thing is a lot better for me. I think
Yeah.
if that was not the case, I would probably feel the same way.
I actually think that's like pretty on point for sure. Um, wow. You're lucky.
But it is, I say yes to everything. And that was actually like what my therapist and we talked about that a little bit last night, is like, if I really don't want to do something, I have to stick to that boundary of like, you know what, I really don't want to do this. And that's very scary to me, to be like, actually, like I need to not do this, like I need to hold this boundary there. So it is hard because I love to do things, I love to have events, I love seeing people, like I love to have things to do. And even if I don't really want to do something, I'll still do it and like end up having a good time, but like I'll pay for it, like the next day or
Yeah.
whatever. And so it's hard for me to say no. So I'm actually working on saying no to things more that I really like don't that I'm not like jazzed about doing.
Yeah, I think I'm actually pretty good at like not saying yes to something I don't want to do. Like if there's something I don't really want to do, I'm not trying to sign myself up for it. If someone I know is like in a situation, like if you were like, "Hey, I have this thing. Do you want to come with me?" And it was an opportunity for me to hang out with you, then I'm more
Mhm.
likely to be like, "Yeah, like I don't fully want to, but like I know I'll have a good time because you're there.
Mm-hmm.
If it was like I didn't have a friend or someone I was looking forward to seeing, then it would be like, nah,
Mm-hmm.
have fun though.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'm pretty good at that. But I think it's because I also like, we've had some friends in the past that like they didn't have kids and they would just constantly be wanting to like do stuff and be around. And I'm like, you don't get it. Like, I'm
It's
exhausted on a
exhausting. Yeah.
weeknight. I can't fucking hang out. I have two kids in school, like
Mm-hmm.
things like that. And they like didn't understand and they didn't get it. And I think because I was so firm in my boundary of like, this doesn't work for me. A, we're not friends anymore. Most of it's because of things like that. But it's like, I'm just not your people at that point. Like, if you can't get that and you're like that desperate to like hang out constantly and put people in bad situations, like you got to go find people that like want you to disrespect their boundaries because that's not me.
Yeah. But on the other hand, try saying yes to more things too. Like if you're constantly no, 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 like try saying yes to something and just see how it feels, you
I
know?
mean, I don't get the opportunity to say yes. I think that's what's so weird to me. Like, I think that we have put, and me specifically, like, I have put a lot of people out of my inner circle. And because of that, like, I don't have the opportunity to say yes to things very often. And if I were to say yes, it's because I'm facilitating it. Like, I would have to be the one that like fully makes it happen. And it's not like someone's like approaching me like, hey, on this day, can you hang out? On this day, can you come over? On this day, let's do this. It's more
Mhm,
of like, dang, I feel like I need to hang out with someone and I'm trying to connect, but then it gets too exhausting to try and figure out schedules. And then I just don't want to do it. So
mhm,
like I don't really have the chance to say yes to things. I have the opportunity to make things happen for myself, but
mhm.
like I don't want to do that. I'm burnt out on that, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess what I'm meaning, like, if you see, I don't know, I'll use yoga as an example. Like, if you see a yoga event, like the winter solstice or autumn equinox, something, and you're like, oh, I would really like to do that, but like, I'm nervous to do that. Like, just try saying yes and just see what it feels like. Or like your wine night or any of our podcast events. Like, just
Yeah.
try to say yes to things like that and just see how it feels.
I did have one person, like when I'd posted about the wine thing, she was like, that feels very uncomfortable to me. And I was like, well, A, no one comes to shit that we host anymore. So it'll probably just be me and you. But like, just try it. Like, just do it. And like
Mhm.
I think that's part of why I want to do it too, is because like me and my friends have always talked about like my business friends, I guess I would say, because like they're coworkers. We always talk about how like there's no opportunities for us to meet other people our age in the area that are like just working regular people. Like we go to work, we have our work friends, we have our personal life friends, and then there's no mixture in between. And it's like you don't get to network very often unless you're
Mhm.
like somewhere at some networking type event or you have a friend that connects you. And so like I was like, I kind of like been wanting to do one anyways. Like I'll just start it slowly at my house and then we can like meet up for dinners
Grow
or
for there.
whatever.
Yeah.
I just don't want to make it something where people have to spend a lot of money either, because I know that like with inflation and everything, like everyone's kind of struggling. So I was like, I'll start it at my house. If we want to start taking it to a bar or something, we can. But like, I'm also cool if we're like not having to spend a ton of money.
Yeah, for sure.
Speaking of saying yes, though, I am saying yes to a lymphatic massage on Saturday,
I
and
know.
I'm
I'm
fucking
so excited
scared.
for you. I want to do one so bad.
I just got my confirmation. I was just looking at it and it reminded me of like, hey, confirm this. And I'm like, I thought for a second, like, fuck, do I really want to do this? Like, why am I doing this?
What if you like shit your pants and you have to run to the toilet like that TikTok I sent you?
I'm not joking. I'm so worried. So if you guys don't know what a lymphatic massage is, I don't fully fucking know either, but I've seen them before. And we have a girl, Morgan Willett, that we follow, that we always talk about. She's been getting them and she gets them on her like stomach and other areas of her body. And she shows the like before and after side by side of like her like drainage or whatever that she gets from it. So like me and Taylor kept being like, I want to do this. I want to do this. And I have a spa credit. Like I have a membership at the spa and I have like a bunch of credits right now. And I was like, either need a facial or a massage. I hate getting facials because then I break out. Didn't want to do that before I vacation.
Didn't want to have this monster on your chin? Come on, it's cute.
Exactly. So like I was like, all right. And then I saw the lymphatic massage and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. So, and it's also because like I've been feeling like I always feel super bloated and gross in my belly. Like I have this bloatedness that I can't get rid of, and I keep thinking it's my birth control, but I was like, maybe I'll just see if this will help. And like she is visible results. So like why not? But now I'm like, I read some stuff about it. It seems like they're not pushing super hard. It just looks super hard in videos. But like, what if I like eat something bad tomorrow night? Or like, what if my coffee like doesn't give me the shits yet? And then like they start moving around my tummy. Like I'm so scared.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
That's part of why, like, to be honest, I haven't gotten massages for like a long time. Not recently, but like for a while. I used to be scared to get a massage because I was worried they would make me fart. Like I didn't know. I like the unknown was freaking me out. And
Have
that was
you
like,
ever heard about my story when I farted on a lady's hand, not getting a massage?
wait, when you had your blood clot?
Yeah,
Yeah, that shit was funny. And you were so embarrassed to tell me that.
I was like, what if that happens to you?
I don't think it will happen, but like the anxiety, like I get nervous, like bubble guts. So I think the more nervous I get, the more it's going to happen. So it's like, I don't really know what to do.
Well, I cannot wait to hear how it goes. I think I might go get one after I hear how it goes because I'm very curious.
I don't know. I'm interested to see like the area. I don't know what to expect. I think there's like different areas that they do it. And I'm just curious to see if like weird tensions and things that I feel in my body will like make it go away. I don't know, but
It
I'll fucking
could.
keep you guys posted. I'm fucking scared now that I talked about it. Well, I don't have anything else to talk about. Do you have anything else to talk about?
You know what? I don't think so. My week has been pretty uneventful.
I mean, my week's always uneventful. I just have so many thoughts in my head all the time because I don't talk to people. I just think
Oh,
things.
I do have something to say. I just watched the show. Did you watch on Netflix Abducted in Plain Sight? It was like that documentary about that girl that got kidnapped.
I started, but I didn't get to finish it.
Okay, you should definitely finish it. And there is a show on Peacock. Shout out to my sister. I guess I still have your login. Thanks. There's a show on Peacock called A Friend of the Family, and it's about that story, but they've made it like a series. It was so good. And I just cannot get over how wild that whole story was. Like, if you guys don't know, this grown man kidnapped a 12-year-old girl from her house. He was like super close with the family. He was having an affair with the mom. The dad was also jerking him off, and then he was like sleeping with the child. And
Wait, who was jerking who off?
the girl's dad was jerking off the guy who kidnapped her.
So wait, he was having an affair with the wife, but the
And the
dad was
dad.
also jerking him off?
Yes.
I think we're talking about two different things. I've got to watch this. What
Yeah,
the
dude,
fuck?
you gotta watch it. And so then he abducted this girl, brought her into the woods, into a motorhome, and brainwashed her that she was part alien. And the aliens, like, she was supposed to save the Earth and this planet that Xena and Zethra were on. That was the name of the aliens. And she had to have a baby with him in order to save this alien planet.
What?
He kidnapped her 2 times, and the mom started having an affair with him after he had kidnapped her the first time. For real, it's the craziest story.
Is it
Abducted
true?
in Plain, it's 100% true. 100% true. It's called Abducted in Plain Sight. It's on Netflix. The series just came out a few weeks ago, and it's on Peacock. It's called A Friend of the Family. It's so freaking wild, and it's 9 episodes. I watched it in like 2.5 days because I just cannot even believe it's real.
Wait, should I start with the Netflix side or
Start with
okay.
the Netflix side and then watch the show. But the documentary it's so sad. Like, this girl literally thought she needed to have a baby with him. It's so sad. And they're like a very Mormon family. Like, It's very sad, but it is just unbelievable that like he was having an affair with both the mom and the dad and then kidnapped the daughter and then brought her back. And then the mom started sleeping with him and then he kidnapped the daughter again. Like,
Dude, I can't wait to watch this. Also, again, religions and cults are so fucked up.
yeah, it's, if you guys have watched it, the documentary or the show, please talk to me about it because I just cannot get over the fact that this really happened. Like, I cannot get over the fact. So he made the dad like jerk him off to hold him as blackmail. Like, so that if like the dad tried, because it was in the 70s, like where homosexuality was not okay. And
What the fuck?
so he like, if the dad tried to go to the cops, he'd be like, oh, well, I'm going to tell him that you gave me a hand job. Like, and then he tried to get him excommunicated from the church because of this. Like, it was just, it's insane. It's
Are we
truly
still
insane.
doing hand jobs?
I mean, I think in the 70s.
Huh. I don't know the last time I gave a little handy.
Never mind.
Wait, do you give them still?
Occasionally, like if I'm tired, like, why not?
I'm asking. I'm making a poll about
I
this.
gotta find out how to cut that out.
What the hell? Well, that should be an asking for a friend.
Sorry, Taylor's mom.
Sorry, Tony, who listens to this. I mean, actually, maybe not sorry. You might be happy. Weird. I'm so stressed. Let's do our asking for a friend now.
Now my face is all hot. Oh my
Damn, look how
god.
red I am. I'm like a tomato.
Man. Anyways, guys.
Okay, so hashtag asking for a friend. I don't even know if we need another one.
I forgot for a second that we were recording. I just felt like I was like hanging out with you.
Look how red my face is. I look like I went to the tanning bed. Oh, okay. Hashtag asking for a friend. Photoshop. Do we get annoyed by? Not only Photoshop, but filters.
Yes.
I think the filter Photoshop life is so, it's just so much. And it's like, I mean, I definitely use a filter. I try not to do any that like make my face like too LOL doll.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't mind like a clear complexion. It helps my Bell's palsy balance out a little bit more. So that's a little bit why I do it. I'm sure other people have insecurities that are why they do them. The people that do the ones that like alter their lips massively or their eyes or those things,
Mm-hmm.
that's too much. Photoshop itself, honestly, like, I don't know. People have gotten so good at it. I don't even know when people are photoshopping anymore.
Okay, what about like Aubrey O'Day photoshopping herself into these exotic locations?
Okay, and then when she came out and like owned it, and, like this is why she's
What's
doing
the
it.
point? I don't understand.
Did you see her reason for it?
No, I cannot stand her.
Oh my
so
gosh,
I
let
try
me see if I
not
can
to.
find it. I read a whole article about it, but like those ones, yes, I fully agree. That's a bit much. When people get caught photoshopping, it's like, yeah, bitch, is like that's literally the world we live in.
Yeah, if you're photoshopping yourself into like vacation spots and if it's clearly photoshopped, I don't understand it. I also am the same. Like I actually really don't use filters a lot anymore. I try really hard to not. And if I like post a picture that's like on my actual feed on Instagram, I do not post if I have a filter on. Like I have really tried to stay away from filters, even though I know it makes you look better. It's like, it's a false self-confidence. And so I'm trying to embrace everything and not use a filter.
Okay, are you ready for why Aubrey O'Day claims she photoshops?
Yes.
Aubrey O'Day claims she photoshopped herself into photos of destinations she didn't actually visit because she wanted her profile to look like a museum of art. I don't need to be flown places, let alone the fact that a lot of these shots I give y'all are in places you have to spend hours scaling mountains to get to. The Danity Kane alum 38 said on Instagram Sunday after a TikTok user went viral for pointing out the singer photoshops herself into images from other content creators or random promotional images. Respect my aesthetic. I work hard to give y'all beautiful content that feels the way the places I travel vibrate because I want y'all to vibrate high with me.
Aubrey O'Day's a wackadoodle dandy.
Remember
Okay.
how she used to be with Pauly D?
Yeah. And you know what? Danity Kane, they slap. I
Fuck yeah, they
love
did.
them. Showstopper every day. I'm all here
Jingle those
for,
keys. Jingle those
yes,
keys.
I am all here for Danity Kane. Aubrey O'Day. Did you watch X on the Beach with her on it?
No.
I cannot with her. She's like a Farrah Abraham from Teen Mom.
Oh yeah.
She's too much. So
So yeah, I don't know. I do feel like filter, like a heavy filter and a heavy Photoshop, absolutely not.
mhm,
Um, a filter here and there, or like a filter to just like make yourself feel better to be vulnerable on social media, like that's
mhm,
fine. If you're doing it because you're trying to like look super hot or like look a certain vibe, like I
mhm.
can't get down for that. But yeah, like I said, like it helps balance out my Bell's palsy a lot, and that's why I prefer it. Um, but photoshopping itself, like when the Kardashians get busted, it kind of cracks me up a little bit. But then I'm also like, yeah, I'd probably fucking Photoshop myself too if I knew how. Like, why the fuck
But
not?
like, why though? Like, what's the point of it? Because if you were to see somebody in person, like, you're
It's
obviously
because
not going to look
it's
like
because
that.
people fucking pick anything apart. Like you look a little bit fat and everyone's like, oh my, like look at all the shit Kourtney Kardashian gets because she
Well,
looks
not
pregnant.
if you're famous, like just a regular person like you and
Oh,
I. Like, what's the point of photoshopping? Like, it's not like we're going to be pointed out in magazines of like how good we look or how good we don't look. Like,
I
what's
don't
the point?
personally know anyone that's like a basic ass bitch that's photoshopping. If you know, please send me their DMs. I'd love to see them. Um, but like I don't know anyone that's not famous photoshopping. I know
I
people filtering like heavy filters of like the LOL doll looking vibes of
mhm.
like, let me make my lips look this way and let me make my eyes look this way. But like I don't know anyone photoshopping that's just
I
like a
know some people
regular.
who Photoshop, and that's what I don't understand. Of like, if I see you in person, you're not going to look like that. So why, like, what's the point of it? Because
Yeah.
so that like you look good on Instagram, like, who cares, you
They want
know?
their Instagram to be a museum of art, maybe.
Museum of Art, just be like Aubrey O'Day.
Like
Well, you
Aubrey went
guys,
super extreme for sure. The Kardashians or other celebrities at Photoshop, I can see why because
I can see that
it's
too.
hard
Yeah.
to be picked apart and they feel like they have to look a certain way and that's like their
hmm
own mind fuck to deal with. Like that's their own therapy session.
hmm
Um, I think it's funny when people point it out, but I'm also just like, yeah, like I get it. Like
Yeah.
people like the internet's cruel and like
hmm
anyone famous, like regardless of their level of fame, like people are just mean
hmm
and it just because you're famous doesn't mean you deserve it, but like that's just the name of the game. Doesn't mean I agree with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But also again, if you know regular ass people like us photoshopping, I want to know about it. Hit me up. That's funny.
I'll slide into your DMs. Don't worry.
Don't send me dumb things.
Thanks you guys so much for listening to my uttermost secrets during this episode.
I forgot already.
I can't even talk. Let me close this out, okay? Shit. Like, subscribe, rate, review, share with a friend, follow us on Instagram. Yeah,
Get a hand
hopefully
job.
if you watch this show, please talk to me about it.
Oh, Jesus.
Gotta go. Bye.
Bye, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving.
See you next week.